Hey guys, Lifehack Legend here today, and today I'm going to be doing 5 survival life hacks. Let's begin. First life hack will be involving a lighter and a crayon. We'll be making a crayon candle out of this. I'm going to compare the tea light candle to the crayon candle. Alright, it's lit. I'm going to turn off the lights now. Not very bright. We're going to light the bottom up and get it melted a bit. Don't do this over concrete because it'll stain it. Alright, so once it starts dripping, we're just going to put it on the paper here, and that'll act as a little stand. As you can see, it's standing up on its own now. Now we're going to light the paper on the top. Alright, so there we go, it's starting to catch on. And there we go, it lit. So as you can see, already it's a way bigger flame, and it gets bigger than that. You see, it's making way more light than that tea light did. So yeah. Alright, so now it's starting to catch on a little bit more, and as you can see, it's pretty big. This will burn for about 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on the crayon. But yeah, otherwise, it's pretty good. Now do this outdoors, because it does create a lot of smoke. Second survival life hack will be involving a strike anywhere match, a paper towel, and candle wax. Places you can get candle wax are from these cheap tea lights that you can buy an abundance of in one pack, or from old candles that don't light anymore, as well as you can buy just plain candle wax in a jar at the store. I'll be using tea lights in this video for the wax. To get the wax out of the tea light, some tea lights you can just shake on the ground and it'll come out. For this one it's a little bit stubborn, so I'm going to be using some sharp scissors to cut the edge here. Alright, so it's cut, now I can just peel off. And now I have a nice solid piece of wax, flip it over, pop the wick out from the bottom. I'm actually going to be using the scissors again. Get those out. And go right underneath, push up, and there we go. I get the wick out. And now I just have a nice medium-sized, or actually pretty small-sized, piece of wax that I can melt in the microwave. Prep the match for the wax. We're going to first cut the paper to length. Alright, now that I cut the paper to length, as you can see, it lines up at the very edge of the head with about a centimeter or less of room for you to hold the match. Next step we are going to be is rolling up. Now that might be a little bit too much. I'm going to cut it off about there. And that is that step. Right, so now I'm going to dip the match in the candle wax. I melted this in the microwave for 30-second intervals after mixing, and now I'm going to use a pair of tweezers to lower the match in, because you don't want to have your hands in that wax because it is very hot and it hurts. So I'm going to crimp it right on the little paper there. I'm going to dip it in. Soak up a bit. Alright, hold it out. Now I have wax paper on the bottom here. I'm just going to put it on. Now we're going to let it dry. Alright guys, so I'm outside now and the wax is just cooled off on these matchsticks. So now I'm going to test that they're waterproof, and as you can see, they do float, and the wax makes a protective covering on the outside that repels the water. So as you can see, actually it's not going to focus probably, but yep, the water is getting knocked out the match. Now I'm just going to dry it on my shirt, and part of me, these are very old matches, so they might not even light. Yeah, that's not going to light. So let's skip the head off. If you have good ones, they will light. I'm just going to use lighter to cheat. And as you can see, that one lit. Now I'm going to flip it upside down and let the paper catch on fire. Again, do this over the dirt because the wax will drip and cause problems. So stuff catches on fire, just put it on the ground, and that will burn like a candle for a long time. So as you can see, it already is going way longer than a normal match would, and actually it gives out a decent amount of light. If I turn that off, as you can see, it gives out even more than the tea candle or the tea light that I was using earlier in the crayon candle. So yeah, that is how you make that. Guys, so it's been about 3 minutes and they're still burning. This is the one I lit in the video. These two other ones are the other two that I made extras in case that one didn't work, but it did. So yeah, they were all submerged in water before testing and they all lit. Of course, none of them actually striked because the matches are very old. I actually got the last one to make sparks with the Strike Anywhere match part, but it didn't light on its own because I did wear out the bottom, so that kind of sucks. But as you can see, they last pretty long. The original one I made had a little bit more stuff on it, so it burns a little bit longer, but yeah, that's basically what they do. So this is very easy to make a fire with. If you need a fire starter, this is great. Alright guys, so for the third life hack, we're going to need a coffee filter, rubber band, and a plastic bottle. Now what this life hack is for is if you have water that needs to be boiled but it's got dirt in it, you can't boil out the dirt. So this will be a makeshift filter to filter out the dirt so then you can boil it. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is unscrew the top off your water bottle. You don't need that anymore. Now take your coffee filter and put it over the top. You want to push the sides down until you get a nice top portion. Then you want to take your rubber band and place it on the top, twist, and then go right back over to give it a nice tight seal. And that is basically it. You can cut off the other sides here if you want, but otherwise that is the filter. Now let's get the filtering. Alright guys, so I have my dirty water right here. It's pretty nasty. Even if I boiled that, I wouldn't drink it. So right now we're going to be using the filter to put the clean water in here. It takes a little bit of a while, but if I squeeze a little bit, not too hard because the dirt will break the top. As you can see, the water is getting cleaner. Now you're going to need to be doing this filter a few times to get pure clean water, but that's a lot more drinkable than what I have in my hand right now. So I'll be back when this is full. Alright guys, so I got enough of it out to fill the glass pretty high. My hand started to hurt so I stopped. It's still pretty cloudy, but if you filtered it again, it would be a lot clearer. So yeah, this little thing worked pretty well. As you can see, there's the difference right there. If you didn't have as dirty water, it'd be even clearer. Next life hack is pretty simple. We're going to be waterproofing matches again, but we're going to be using a container this time. So I have a Strike Anywhere match here and an empty Tic Tac container. What we want to do is just open it up and then put the match inside. Now once you fill that up, you can have an easy access to your matches. Alright, so I filled up the container with about 20 matches. And as you can see, it holds them in there pretty nicely. This is waterproof, and next time you need a match, you just shake one out. Yep, it's pretty cool. Alright, so the last one is a makeshift weapon. What we're going to need is a water bottle, empty, a balloon, a skewer, and knife or scissors to cut the water bottle. First thing we want to do is cut the top off the water bottle. We're going to cut right here. So I'm going to cut that off. Alright, so I cut the thing off. It doesn't need to be super perfect. Now I'm just going to unscrew the cap here. Throw that away. And now we're going to take the water bottle. I want to put the water bottle over this lip and on this, coming the side where the grooves are, because that'll add a little bit of friction. Alright, so as you can see, I wrapped it over the lip here, and that's about it. Now all we need to do is take our skewer, put the flat end in the balloon, grab that, pull back, and then we have a nice little weapon that can be used for some defense. It's not going to really kill anything, but it's more just going to hurt or ward off predators. Alright guys, I'm outside, and I'm going to set up a soda can right about there, and I'm going to be shooting it with the skewer. So, wish me luck. I'm gonna try to hit this thing. Alright, so I hit it. It bounced off the side, but as you can see, it does shoot those pretty nicely. It did dent the can. It did not pierce because it is a wooden skewer. If you got something harder than a wooden skewer, it'd probably pierce the can, but anyway, that's that weapon. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment down below on topics for future videos, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.